Now, Toya, you already know. You already know. You're next on the chopping block, girl.
And I'm like, come on through, Cookie. I'm going up on my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag and all its forms. What, Cookie?
Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is my review for Married to Medicine. This is season 6, episode 2. We were starting off really good, like we did last week. I did the review. I got up. I walked away. I was like, wow, not too much fussing. I ain't fussed too much about anything too much, I didn't think. And then I got side swiped by an interview with Jason Lee at Hollywood Unlocked. It was Jason Lee and Giovanni did an interview with Dr. Heavenly and Mariah, and it turned everything around. And I had to go back to my old ways with Mariah and just and go right after her because she's on some fuck shit. So I'm like, damn, y'all. And then here we go. This week we start in, and I'm like, Toya is actually really making me happy for a change. And before we got to the end of the episode, Toya, girl, I'm ready to give you a right punch. Bam! Like, what are you doing? Crazy. Crazy. But whatever. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. First things first. Dr. Damon. Dr. Damon and Heavenly are actually sitting. We're coming right up off of the whole, I got receipts, baby girl. I got receipts, with that old drunk ass walk and all of that bullshit that Mariah did. And Mariah was, I praised her a little bit because she was being nice with the whole thing with Quad and Uphold and all that. But girl, y'all gotta go and watch the extra, the Married to Medicine extra I did. She went right from that right to attacking Quad and kicking her and carrying on and all of that. And it looks as though she's going to even get worse. But the thing that she's really doing, she really is bothering Heavenly. Like, bother Heavenly. And I can't, I'm going to slow my roll because I can't really attack Mariah full on about her bothering Heavenly, because Heavenly is a stinking bitch when it comes to Mariah. Heavenly fucks with Mariah too, so I'm not going to beat up Mariah about her bothering Heavenly. Now, that I'm not going to do. It's kind of a thing where it's like, you win some, you lose some, you give some, you get some. So it's one of those things. So I ain't gonna beat Mariah up too bad about it, but don't pretend. All I want you to do is don't sit around and pretend like you're not doing anything. And this is the thing that she was doing on Jason Lee's show. She's pretending like she didn't do anything, but you were doing stuff. You're doing stuff. You pick it every time you get a chance. But where the problem actually came in, Mariah, you went too far. And it was sad when I sat and I watched this episode tonight, and Dr. Damon, when Heavenly says something to Damon about Mariah saying that he slept around on her, I felt so bad looking in his face because he's not used to it. He's not used to this at all. He's never had an actual dose of it. He's dealt with his wife, with her messy bullshit and the tussles and things that she's actually had. But anything actually personal and fired directly for him, he has never had to deal with that. And I don't think Dr. Damon is actually built for that. I really don't. And I'm going to tell you, the thing with Dr. Damon, he makes me nervous. See, Dr. Damon is one of those guys, he's very quiet, he's very laid back, and he likes to get along. See, Dr. Damon is the one that I believe, if you hurt his feelings, he'll go to whooping ass. And it won't be no whole bunch of conversation. It'll be a whole lot of goddamn ass and elbows. So he makes me nervous. But I felt so bad for him when I looked at his face, and his feelings were actually hurt. His feelings were hurt. I think it was very genuine. It was another one of those reality TV moments that only Married to Medicine can give, because Married to Medicine, hands down on Bravo, gives you the most real of the reality TV moments. And in this moment, 5 minutes into the show, I felt really bad for Dr. Damon. And I could tell, he said, why would Mariah make something up against me? I've never done anything to Mariah. His feelings were actually hurt. I said, damn. So in that, I can understand why Mariah, because she has said that she lied. She didn't have any receipts about Dr. Damon sleeping around, and she said that. You know, during her interview with Jason Lee on Hollywood Unlocked, she said that she's been actually in her junkets when she's been doing the promo for the show. She's been doing, apology. And she's apologized multiple times to Dr. Damon. And guess what, Mariah? That's good. That's good, because if there's one person on the cast that doesn't really deserve that, I would say it's Dr. Damon, because he doesn't. He really, truly does not bother people. He doesn't bother people. I don't think, there's very few people that I'll give a pass. And Dr. Damon's one of them, and Mariah's children are one of them. Now, Mariah's children, I don't think that anybody should say anything about her kids. And Mariah, not one of my folks that I care for very much, but she doesn't expose her children very much to the show. And they honestly are very cute kids, and they seem to be very well behaved and very well raised children. So I would really have a problem with anybody ripping, tearing, and I'm talking vloggers such as myself, ripping, tearing, going at her children. I couldn't see it happening. I couldn't see it happening. And really the kids, we try to leave the kids out of it altogether. You know what I mean? But we see that, I'll say something about Simone's kids, nothing bad. I got my own kids, so I ain't gonna sit and tear up nobody's kids too much, because I got 2 of my own, and I don't want nobody tearing up mine, because if you do, I'm gonna let your ass have it, and I'll be like Dr. Damon, I'll be swinging. So I don't tear up the kids too much, but the kids that we actually see, I'll speak when they're doing something. I mean, Toya's little boys are bad. They cute as they can be. Them motherfuckers is bad. They bad. That one of Contessa's, I'm going to talk about Miss Layla. Layla's ass is big, cute as a button, but she busy. And that's not anything bad. So I'll say that. But honest to goodness, the thing that you've seen when it comes to Mariah's kids, you've never seen them doing anything. They don't come across like with Heavenly's daughter. Heavenly's daughter's cool, but she too goddamn grown. She too damn grown. But it is what it is. You know what I mean? And Simone's kids, her youngest boy has always been, he has a very dry, snarky way about him, which is actually like a little version of Simone, but nothing really bad. I wouldn't tear him up, but he has a personality, and it's something that we actually see with Mariah's kids. We don't see very much with Mariah's kids at all. They just seem to be very nice, cute little kids, and there really is nothing to say about them. Now that Mammy and that sister, baby, I'll drag Shoot Lucy and Old Dirty Lake. I'll do it. I'll do it, honey. I'll throw some chlorine in Lake, honey, and I'll rip Shoot Lucy's ass up. But that's what they present on the show. So, okay, I really don't want to all up on my soapbox with that. And I'm back. Let's move on. Speaking of, I'm getting off to the kids, but I'm going to talk about Miss Layla. over at Contessa's house. Over down to Contessa's place. That goddamn Layla's so goddamn busy. She went flying around there and she's doing her thing and she choked on a piece of sushi. And baby Contessa was on it. She was on it. She grabbed that goddamn Layla. She went right into doctor mode. And it was like, you go ahead, Contessa, because it's hard to not be in mommy mode and be in doctor mode when it's your baby. You know what I mean? But she had that shit on lock. She flipped her, turned her, and got her ass together real quick, baby. Never lost her composure. Nothing. Boom, 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 boom. Her husband went to try to step in. She like, I got her. I got her. Like, get the fuck back. I got her. Got her together. Now, contestant, I'm going to get in your ass now. Because I do it to Toya. If you don't fucking make Layla sit her motherfucking ass down and teach her some etiquette on food and eating, because that could have actually been avoided. If she sit her motherfucking ass down, because you know she's busy, and she is busy, cute, but she is busy. Sit your motherfucking ass down, Layla, and eat. That wouldn't have happened. Because right after that, y'all eating again, and she up clowning, playing with her food, and got shit hanging out her mouth because I've been to beat Layla's ass. Because I got a real bad thing about people that don't eat right and being at a table doing all that extra shit. But has she been sitting down with some training and acting like normal people, she wouldn't have never choked. So that could have actually been avoided. I ain't letting you get off the hook. You knew my ass was going to say it, Contessa. Sit Layla's motherfucking ass down and teach her how to act at the table. That ain't it. That ain't it. And guess what? Y'all are a duo. Dr. Scott, you don't get off the hook either. Get that motherfucking Layla together. I don't want to see her ass choking no more. I'm going to tear y'all's ass up in the next video. Because that shit could have been avoided. Teach her about the table. That shit don't work. It wasn't cute. That definitely wasn't cute on TV. I didn't like it. But anyway, glad we got her all together and all that. Then we moved into this whole thing about her dad. Contessa's dad. He actually has Crohn's disease and some other little things going on. He has some, some health autoimmune situations and health issues that he's dealing with. He has a past that included some substance abuse. And I thought it was really, really sweet. And this is something that's really hard. Because I didn't have the best relationship with my biological father. Actually, I'm being nice with the shit. Child, get my book, my memoir, you'll read it. I didn't have no relationship with his ass, okay? I didn't fuck with him. I didn't have his ass to do. And he's dead and gone. And quite honestly, I can't sit and tell you that I've actually forgiven him. I'm being honest, 46 years old. And I can't be anything else but honest. You can feel however you want to feel about it. I don't have no feelings, good ones, about him still. And he's dead and in his grave. And that just is what it is. I was raised by a whole different man. So, like, really, on my roster of things, he's right up there with the fuck yous. So, to see where there was some things where she missed some time with her father and all of that, and it actually kind of like brought her to tears. And her husband was saying, yeah, there's definitely some makeup time that her father needs to do with her and then get to know the kids and all this stuff. And, that kind of went to how Dr. Scott feels about his girls and the relationship he has with his girls. And he was like, not feeling it. Like, like, damn, that, kind of a little upset that there's a piece of Contessa that is messed up because she missed some of that stuff with her dad. But Contessa, her heart seems to be completely filled with forgiveness for her dad. And she's already there. Like, she That's saying something to me, that you have actually worked on yourself to the point where you've overcome that and you actually have a heart of forgiveness for him, and now you're reaching out. You, girl, you 10 steps ahead of the damn 8 ball. You've already forgiven him and you already feel compassion for him, and whatever it was I went through as a child, okay, I'm over that. 10 steps ahead of the 8 ball. I was really impressed with that. Really impressed with that. Now, girl, you be the shit. Now, if you get that wig together and get Layla to stop sitting there with my fucking oodles and noodles hanging out of her mouth, bitch, you be bad. Messing with you. But very, very impressed with Dr. Contessa. I loved that portion of the scene. Okay, I've been there too long. I'm moving on, y'all. Okay. Next we see Quad, Selena Johnson, and Rashawn Ali from the Sister Circle. And in this scene, we actually are seeing Quad basically bonding with the new girls, which is some things that have actually come up because we haven't even seen her interact with the Married to Medicine girls at all. And the conversation keeps coming up about how she's not been hanging with the girls, she's not been coming around the girls. And Simone's having some issues with it. And I want to smack Simone. Because you know Simone. Simone, you know Quad. Because y'all are friends. You know Quad. So I'm really wanting to shake the shit out of you that you're even playing that game of going there. Toya is being a complete bitch about it. And she's gearing up. She's gearing up. She's rearing up. And I'm going to tell y'all this. This is something that I'm starting to see. And maybe I could be wrong, because we're only two episodes in. Y'all put it in the comments to tell me what y'all see. Does it seem like Toya is getting to be a little shady as it pertains to Quad? The more she gets closer back with Mariah, like she... Is it me? Is it me? And I'll take whatever y'all have to say. I'll take it. I'm really asking for real. Is it just me, or does it seem like Toya's nitpicking at her friendship with Quad the closer she gets to Eveline, honey? I don't know. I'm not liking what I'm seeing, Toya, but I can just about tell it's going to make me let you have it somewhere down the road. But anyway, so you see her kind of bonding with them. And they're even speaking about the fact that she's been kind of pulling away from the Married to Medicine girls. They're saying how, on one end, we ain't hearing from Quad. We ain't seeing Quad. This, that, thing, and the other. But then, as Quad said, they ain't even called her either. They already know what's going on with Gregory and all of that shit, but ain't nobody called. So, how are y'all fussing? Y'all both need smacked. Y'all, the Married to Medicine girls need smacked, and Quad needs smacked, because y'all not communicating with each other. All of y'all both sitting on both sides, waiting on the other one. Smacked. Smack, smack, smack. Now, with Quad, I can kind of see why you not dealing with them. Because you can make a decision not to want to be bothered. And if you feel like, they're going to be judging and carrying on, like, you may just not want to be bothered. But what I'm going to need you to do, Quad, I'm going to need you to admit that. I'm going to need you to admit it. I'm pulling away. I don't really want to be bothered all like that. If you admit it, it'll be fine. Because you ain't wrong for that. You don't want to be bothered? The fuck you don't want to be bothered. But I'm going to need you to admit it, though. Just being fair. Anyway. Okay, so here we go. Toya, when I said she did something that I liked, that made me happy. Toya is planning, it's her birthday party. We always end up talking about Toya Brashizzi's big birthday party. She made me smile because she decided Eugene had actually gotten a promotion and he didn't get a chance to really celebrate or anything like that. So what she decided to do was give her birthday party, but she's going to twist it and surprise Eugene and make the whole birthday party theme is really all medical stuff, and it's all wrapped around Eugene as a surprise party for Eugene. So she's literally being selfless for a change, and literally taking her birthday and literally putting it over here and saying, you know what, I love my husband. I want to honor my husband. I'm going to give my special day to my husband. I'm going to use my special day to actually honor my husband and let my husband know how much I appreciate him and how proud I am of him on the things that he's accomplishing. That was good shit. That was good shit, and that was big coming from Toya, because I think she's a selfish bitch, most of the time. Most of the time, I think she's selfish, I think she's self-centered, and I think she just really makes things all about her, especially when it comes to Eugene. Like, she feels like she's this princess, and he should be happy to have her, which is a mess. Which is a mess. So I was really proud of her. I loved that whole thing. I loved where that was going. Okay, so Simone and Cecil. Simone, you about to drive me to drink and smoke a damn reefer cigarette. This is just crazy. She brings, oh my God. They took pictures at that little leather and lace party last time. She brings this picture over there. So she's going to hang the picture up right next to the TV if you don't get that goddamn ridiculous picture away from that TV. I was fucking up the good TV with that fucked up picture. I said, Simone, girl, you are doing too much. Oh, yes, I'll put this up here. And while Cecil's laying in the bed, he can look at this, and this picture ought to give him wet dreams. I said, girl, you must really think Cecil is dry like a graham cracker, honey, because that picture wasn't getting ready to get no goddamn moisture moving, honey. No damn train. I said, stop it, because Simone be having the worst time trying to be sexy, and that picture was not sexy. I had to look at it real hard because I was like, oh, is that the outfit she had on the leather and lace? I thought it was a damn glamour shot. That picture was fucking ridiculous. That picture wasn't sexy. You could have put that shit on a business card, old boring ass picture. I said, if you don't get that shit down from there, girl, stop. And this is the whole thing with them. So the two of them are driving me crazy. See, they still struggling, trying to get it together and bring it on together. He wants to sleep with her. She don't want to sleep with her. Honey, look, part of what will help solve the problem, girl, is you parting your legs and letting them put it up in you a little taste. That'll help. I promise you. It'll help. It'll help a little bit. It'll open up the doors for something, if nothing more than just the door to your old goddamn dried up cooch. Girl, let that man in, honey. What are you doing? Either you want to do this or you don't want to do this. All this withholding sex bullshit, that's what it is. It's bullshit. And Cecil, you ain't off the hook either. I blame you. Shit. Because what you need to do, now you need to step up and put your goddamn foot down and tell her, get your ass up them steps and take your goddamn panties off and I'll be up. It's real easy. Real easy. I'm going to go through it one more time for you. Listen. Simone, you get your goddamn ass up them steps. Take your goddamn panties off and I'll be up. Promise you it'll work. It'll work. Tell me that y'all disagree with me. Because if Cecil tell me to get up the steps and take the shit off, he'll be up. Y'all be running up them goddamn steps, tripping and shit, get up the... Simone, listen to your husband. Cecil, put your goddamn foot down. Let her know you're going to bang her box, tear her little cuckoo up, honey, and you'll be up in a minute. And don't take no for an answer. And I promise you, y'all will be on the road to recovery, honey, and get things moving. Because you're not going to get no wet dream with that fucked up ass glamour shot now. I promise you. Child, if that picture is all y'all got riding, honey, His little stuff is going to shrivel up, honey, and hers is going to finish getting the cobwebs all around it, honey. Just a mess. Cecil, put your foot down. Simone, cut the bullshit. Anyway, moving the hell on. Dr. Jackie, we seen her meeting with Eva Marcel. Eva's having her second baby, and she's using Dr. Jackie as her doctor because, she just moved to Atlanta not long before they started taping and everything like that. So it was just good to see Eva. I love Eva. I've been following Eva since her days on America's Next Top Model. Okay, so then we saw Dr. Heavenly talking to an anger management doctor, Dr. K. I don't know really about Dr. K. There's something about him I like and something about him I don't like. First thing I don't like is that motherfucking Tiny Tim ass little suit he had on, honey, that had him. He was so pulled, so tight, that little suit, honey. When your suit is too tight, when it start kicking out and you get to looking like little Lord Fauntleroy. I said, where is he going at? Son, child, he's making me angry, honey. That fucked up suit on. But anyway, I was like, all right, whatever. Let's see what he got. And he had some good shit. When he told that motherfucking Heavenly he didn't play with her, I Googled you, bitch. And in my Google trample, bitch, this is what I found. He put that picture of her with her goddamn nostrils flared and she looking all mean and evil. And then he also had a picture of her with her family and she's all happy. He's like, the fuck? Look at that shit. That shit, what is that? What is that? What kind of duality shit you got going on? And then I watched you. Girl, honesty without compassion is brutality. That was perfect verbiage as pertains to Heavenly. Because that's always her thing. I just tell people the truth. But bitch, ain't nobody asked you for your truth. Nobody asked you for your truth, Heavenly. You come across as a mean, nasty, unnecessary bitch. You always have. From the first season that you came into this show, you have been a mean, nasty, unnecessary bitch the whole time. And that's where the problem comes in. Because other than that, when you do funny shit, yeah, you can really get a motherfucker to chuckling. You really can. But when you be on that other shit, you make a motherfucker want to take and run you over with a goddamn Pinto. Bam! Just tear your ass up. Because you just be ridiculous. Mean, unnecessary, and bitchy. So that verbiage was perfect. Honesty without compassion is brutality. And when you really think about it, isn't it? Isn't it? I loved how she told him, I'm committed to working with you. And guess what, y'all? I believe her. Y'all know I ain't no real big Heavenly fan, but I believe her. And guess what? I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I want to see if you could actually really make some changes, because I believe you can. I believe you can. I really do. I believe you can. And I think that that you've been bitchy long enough on this show that shit's getting ready to turn around and you're going to get your turn of what you were dishing out. Your turn to cry is coming. And I think you know that. So, girl, you better get ahead of the 8 ball the way Contessa is, honey. Anyway, let's move on and get this wrapped up because I'm talking too long. Toya's party. Everything looks really, really good. Simone's ass show up there. Her and Heavenly were early. They were helping to get everything going, which was perfect to do the surprise. Simone finally got an actual sexy outfit. She had a sexy nurse's outfit with them damn titties all out. I said, okay, Simone, come on now. Cecil, this is the time. Get your ass up them steps. This is the time. Perfect. So she looked good at the party. Jackie was sharp. I said, Jackie, it's not a fashion show. It is. As soon as she showed up. As soon as Jackie Waters shows up, it's always a fashion show. And I'm here for it. Do you see them goddamn pumps Jackie had on? Yeah. Oh, get it, Jackie! I loved it. Mariah came in. She looked good. She did. She looked good. Her and Aiden. Everybody showed up. First thing Mariah do, she come in the door, she shaded Heavenly. Shaded her, to the people. Then she shaded her to her face. She said, hi, Mariah. She'll say, girl, I'm a doctor today. I don't speak to Dennis. Instead, I'm just joking. Shady. Shady. She's shady. That's what it is. But when she was talking shit when she first came in, talking about I started to come in here with just an old lab coat and some greasy weave and called myself Devonly. I said, oh, see, you know what? Doing too much. Dr. Scott actually showed up without Contessa. Contessa, her dad's plane coming in. They finally did get in touch with him, got him to come in. His plane was late, and then there were like a lot of delays, and then he was actually under the weather. I don't know because Toya and Contessa were friends. Remember, Contessa came in as a friend of Toya's, so I can't imagine that Toya doesn't know that Contessa's father has Graves' disease. But maybe she don't. We're going to go with that she doesn't right now. I'm giving you a pass right now, Toy, but I'm going to still eat your ass up in a second. So Dr. Scott came by himself. Eugene shows up. Eugene and Toya show up. They do the whole surprise. Goddamn goofy ass Eugene didn't even get it. He didn't get it at all. I was like, then they explained it. It's like, happy surprise, Eugene. This party's all about you, stupid. So he's like, oh. I was like, God, he's so goofy. Anyway, so then there was a little section there where they were talking about Dr. G. And that damn Curtis got to trying to cape for Dr. G. I said, Curtis, if you don't shut your big goofy ass up. They in the confessional, Jackie looked at him. He goes, what's the look for? Shut the fuck up. That's what the look is. It's the look of shut the fuck up, goofball. You don't have no space to be caping for no cheating ass motherfucker. Or you ain't figured that out. If you don't shut your ass up and get over there and sit down, get a Jello shot and let it shut your mouth, stupid ass. I said, oh, this man, so fucking arrogant. Oh, Jackie, God bless you, honey, because ain't no way. I wouldn't have walked to the corner store with that motherfucker. He's ridiculous. Whew, every time he opened his mouth, I just can't. Anyway, moving on. Child, they were sitting there at this one point. There was this white woman that rolled up talking to David, honey, and Heavy was like, excuse me. She went on over there, honey, looking like a linebacker, honey, and gave her, what y'all talking about? I said, Heavenly, you look foolish. You look foolish and you look pressed. And you're making Mariah's day stupid. Stupid! That man ain't think about that woman. I was like, Lord, you got yourself looking foolish in these streets. Anyway, so Toya, you bitch. Toya gets up there and she's thanking everybody for coming. They great cut cake and all that. And that bitch stood up there in the middle of that party. See, I ain't got it to do. This is another one of them little Mariah things. Perfect, the type of shit that Mariah would do. Stand up there in the middle of the floor and thank everybody individually and single out the fact that Quad and Contessa ain't there. Well, I guess everybody that really rides with me for real, they're all here. Well, guess what? Dr. Scott had done had a couple drinks too many and told Toya, you're not that important, Toya. And I'm standing up here talking no shit on my goddamn wife. I was like, whoop. She was fired, he was fired. That subliminal shit right back at her. Told her father is not feeling well. And see, there's a hierarchy of what's important in my wife's life. And that's why she's not here. You're not that important. I said, oh, shit. And I felt as though, because Toya was thrown at the fact that he said something, and I'm sure somebody will say something smart about him. Say, no, his wife is not there, and he's not sitting there letting you just do his wife. He wasn't letting it happen. I felt as though Eugene should have made Toya shut the fuck up. He is sitting there covering his face and all that and letting her. He should have made, because he chastised her about it in the confessional, but while she was doing it on the floor, he should have made her shut the fuck up. And like he said, you're doing all that. How do you think that made the other guests feel like they wasn't shit, period? She's just tacky. And that's why people call her Tacky Toya. That's something that I really don't try to be all throwing that title out at her. But girl, that's who you are. Tacky ass motherfucking tackhead Toya. I was like, oh, you are too much. You are too much. And the more underneath Mariah's ass you get, the worse you get. Y'all tell me what y'all think down in the comments. I guess y'all be fussing at me now about Toya because it looks as though I'm going to be dragging and tearing her goddamn ass up. Mess. But that was where it kind of ended out at a little bit. I was like, just a mess. Toya got on my nerves. Made me happy a little bit earlier on, but just, girl, that whole thing with Quad and Contessa, and you just sitting around and fussing and whining about she could have called me and this, that. Oh, and when Heavenly actually put, I almost left this out. Heavenly actually got Contessa on the phone. She was being rude to Contessa on the phone. Over talking her, yeah, okay, yeah, all right, bye, baby. I definitely understood why Dr. Scott was pissed. And if I was Contessa and this played back, she's a doctor, so she can't do it. She can't do it. She really need to leave a knot on Toya's head the same way that Cardi B had that knot left on her forehead this week. She deserved one of them good eggs up on her forehead. Dr. Contessa's just that. She's a doctor. She can't do it. But I wouldn't fuck with Toya no more. We wouldn't be friends. Bitch, you trying to floor show on me, bitch, in a room full of people. I wouldn't fuck with that broke down, busted ass bitch. I wouldn't fool with her no more. I'd cut her ass off at the knees. I sure would. No, bitch, we're not friends. And take that to the bank and cash it. Anyway, mess. Go on over Mariah's until she gets you again. Maybe shoot Lucy or bust you upside your head with a new purse. Anyway, I'm done with this right now. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Is Toya switching up and being shady, or do y'all think I'm being too hard on her? I'll listen for now.